Hello and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about my e-bike from SMARTRAVEL. I've been showcasing this bike on my YouTube channel for the last week or two now. I've owned the bike probably about a month, maybe a little bit more than that. Between a month and a 6-week mark, I think is how long I've owned it. It's actually holding up pretty good. It's got 402 miles on it right now. And if you've been watching my channel, you see some of the terrain that I've been driving on is rough, sandy, hilly, rooty, tall grass, thick mud, the highway, asphalt driving. I've done it all. And you can see that, it looks like the day I bought it. I mean, it's obviously got some dirt on the fender. I was riding it late last night through the mud. But other than that, I'm not seeing any wear and tear on the bike at all. I'm not seeing any problems with rust. I'm not seeing where parts are hitting other parts and scraping them. I'm not seeing, again, no rust. I mean, it's really, even the bolts that come here, these stainless steel ones, usually you see some rust piling underneath this, and this thing's been in the rain. I mean, if you watch my, maybe a little bit there. No, that's just dirt. Okay. So no rust even at the screws, and you normally see that with bikes. Within the first month, easily, if it's hit moisture, you see it around the nuts and bolts. It is a fun ride, folks. I think I've said that numerous times on my channel that it's enjoyable to ride. Do note again that you got a fixed seat, so you can't change the distance from the top of the seat to the ground. So if you're a shorter person, you're gonna have to hop up on the bike. If you're between 5'5" and I think it's like 6'7", they say you should be able to ride this comfortably. I'm 6'1". I ride it just fine. I have a great time on it. They give you that pouch there for free when you buy the bike, and they give you this cell phone holder for free when you buy the bike, and it's usually in the pouch when you get it. This is a mirror I put on the bike as an add-on, got it off Amazon, went on nicely here. It gives me all the viewing from the left side, so I can see oncoming traffic, or if someone's about another bicyclist is going to pass me. That never happens, or I don't think it's ever happened, because this bike just goes too fast. I mean, this bike can go up to 34 miles an hour. They advertise it at 32. Going up hills, it's going to go a little slower. We did a dead stop acceleration test video yesterday, and that was what we started at 20 miles an hour. We got it up to 20 miles an hour, and then when it crested the hill, it was at 9 miles an hour, and that was throttle only, no pedal assist. Now, granted, the bike has pedals on it, and I do pedal when I want exercise, but the pedals act a lot like what the throttle is. So if you're not throttling, let's just say you have your hand on the handlebar and you pedal, it's like the system telling the give it throttle. And it's got 5 levels, pedal assist 1 through 5. And if you leave it on 1 and you pedal, your maximum speed, I think, is like 9 miles an hour. Even if you open up the throttle on the thing, it'll be maximum speed 9 miles an hour. It depends on, the pedal assist options basically cap out the miles per hour, how fast it can go. So if you have it on 5, which I run mine on 5 100% of the time, I just turn the system on, 1 button, hold here for 3 seconds, 2 buttons down here, one's a minus, one's a plus. I plus it to 5, and that's where I leave it. I always put it on 5. And then I manage my speed by basically how much throttle I want to give it. Right there, it just moved. Yeah, it's kicking out at the back. I got it sitting on the kickstand. But she wants to go. I haven't had any problems with her getting up to a certain when I expect the miles per hour. I've ridden it so much, 402 miles. I know what she's capable of, what she can do, and I also know that what conditions I'm in, what I can expect from the miles per hour. I mean, I guess that's what I'm trying to say is you'll get so used to this bike that you'll be like, yeah, I'm just about to do this, and I know my maximum speed is going to be this. Or I need to tackle it at a slower speed at this. And you just work the throttle to do that. Now, if you're working the pedals, you'll get more out of the battery life. Well, if you're working the pedals and allowing gravity to kind of move you down hills, you can manage the battery capacity better. if you got open throttle like I like to do, like if I go out at night and I just want to get the wind in my face, I won't use the pedals at all other than just putting my feet on them. And then I open up the throttle to maximum throttle and I get up to 34 miles an hour and I do my circuit around the islands. I can get about 30 miles out of the thing before the battery will be dead. And doing those conditions. But I'm 198 pounds, I'm 6'1", and there's not a lot of hills on the island. So you take it for what it is. If you're a heavier person, you got a lot of hills for your commute, or when you want to just fun drive this thing, then you're not going to get 30 miles out of the thing. Now you'll get the maximum miles out of the battery charge if you leave it on pedal assist 1 and pedal not 90% of the time. And you'll get close to 80 miles. You know, you'll get 80 miles out of the duration of the charge. But but if you're really thinking about going out and really wanting to put some speed behind you, and you're like me, I want maximum speed, then you're draining the battery faster. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And how you charge the battery is back here. You just plug it in. They give you everything you need to plug it in. I've got my plugging station over there at the end of the deck, and I plug it in every time I'm back. I plug it in. It's a lithium battery, so it's not going to hurt if it's like minimal down and you plug it in. You're not hurting the battery. The battery is designed to do that. So you can put whatever. You don't have to drain the battery completely and then charge it back up to feel that you're not damaging the battery. You're not going to damage the battery. It's designed to plug it in when you get back, so it can just charge it back up, so you have as much as you can out of your ride. Well, that's it, folks. 402 miles. I think she's doing well. I think she handles like a beast. I mean, I might actually just call this thing the Beast, because if you watch any of my channels, I like to name things. Like my Mustang's called Valkyrie, and my motorcycle's called Skies, and they're down there. So I think I'm going to officially call this the Beast, because this thing, as an electric little motorcycle, it does some beastly things. I mean, amazing handling, and the shock absorbers are crazy nice. I mean, when you're hitting some really aggressive things, this dual shock suspension is just perfect. And I didn't even have to touch that at all. It comes stock like that. Like, it was perfectly attuned to my body weight. So when I hit some really aggressive potholes, I don't feel it coming up. The inertia from the object pushes the bike up, like physics would work, but you're not getting this part of the bike's not ending up way up here and hurting you. And with some stiff bikes and some bad suspension bikes, you'll get that. Everything you hit, it feels like somebody's just jabbing you in the kidneys. Well, that's not the case with this bike. The suspension is working perfect. The light system's working great with the directionals and the headlight, which you can just adjust up or down depending on what you want to see in front of you. I've done some night videos on this bike. You can find them in my YouTube channel. I guess we'll just end the video at that. If I missed something, folks, and if you have some questions around the bike, please feel free to add them to the comments below. All right, well, thank you.